Good evening. My name is Maggie Stern, and I am the 2015 chapter president for the International Coaching Federation Orange County chapter. Tonight, we had the joy of having Michael Stratford, a master certified coach, join us to talk to us about the excellent adventure of coaching. It was a phenomenal meeting.
We're going to go on an adventure tonight, a little bit. I don't actually know all of where we're going. I have some ideas about things, and you have a map. And at a certain point in time, I'm going to ask you to flip over the map. Not now. But because you're going to be participating in the adventure. What's the point of me having an adventure and you watching an adventure? That's not much fun. So what I'm curious about is when you were having your table talk, for those of you who did have it, and we're looking at what was your most excellent adventure and what made it that. I'd like to hear some of the words that you came up with about what made it the most excellent adventure for you. You know, and this is part of the whole frame with coaching, the profession. Because to me, as we were talking at the table, that's been the best adventure for me ever. Because coaching the profession, it's not only an adventure for me, it's an adventure for my clients, because they don't know what I'm going to throw at them, number one. But they don't know where they're going to go. And kind of like when you think of, Odysseus on his travels coming back, right? He had no idea what he was going to run into. And there were challenges, many of them, and he had to come up with strategies to deal with all of them. And he had all these people with him, but he didn't know where he was going to go. The unknown is part of what gives the aliveness to it. And what can happen in the coaching profession over years, because I've seen and known a lot of coaches, is that we forget that. We get so wrapped up in the making it a solid, stable business that we forget the kind of spirit that had us go to this in the first place, that sense of discovery with a client for the first time, where they're going into a part of themselves they don't even frequent. And they're coming up with a solution they haven't heard before. And that's where human beings progress, is coming up with a solution they've never heard before. And for me, one of the best and most exquisite parts of the adventure of coaching is that each person is always an adventure for me. They're never the same. I don't care what the circumstances are that make it look like it's the same. They're never the same. They're one of a kind. And they're also one of a kind from last session to this session. You know, because if you think of it, if you have them on a weekly basis, right, if that's how your system is, they've had 167 hours worth of change in between you and that last session, whether you were part of it or not. Right. You know, they've had input, they've had experiences, they may have read something, they may have watched television, they may have had dialogues with people. They are not the same human being.
And we'd like to invite you to join us. We meet on the second Thursday of every month right here in Orange County. Look us up at coachesoforangecounty.com and please join us soon.